Always begs question when you get a #1 pick out on the field for the first time. We'll go there. I want some Bo Nix as well, but let's start here with the top overall pick in Cam Ward. We saw him under siege for much of this day. I was impressed in the way that he climbed some of those muddy pockets, but I don't know how much assessment we could do with the pocket he was given.
Yeah, it was a long day. I felt like it would be a long day with this matchup and knowing how well the Denver Broncos rushed the passer, and they beat him up. They sacked him 6 times. I think they hit him another 10 times. I mean, it was hard. It was a hard, long day for Cam Ward. But to your point, Joe, he made some nice throws. I mean, the kid is a natural thrower of the football. I love his confidence. And the thing I love about today's meeting for him in terms of experience, he got beat up, but he never wavered. He never blinked. He kept standing up, standing tall in the pocket and trying to deliver for his guys. And unfortunately, there were some plays where his experienced players kind of let him down. So he won't see this type of pass rush week in and week out, but this is a great test on what the NFL is like. You're not playing against Wake Forest, you're not playing against Virginia, you're playing against some of the best in the world, and when they see an opportunity, I'm sorry, they called a stray, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to give a stray out, but when you're playing against the best in the world, it can be tough, and that's what today was.
Yeah, it was definitely a learning curve for Cam today, and I knew that it was going to be tough for him because I played for Vance Joseph. I knew the pressure that Vance loved to send out quarterbacks because he's a former quarterback in himself. So I know what he wants to present to the quarterback each and every down, especially a young quarterback. But to your point as well, Cam, he stood in there. He stood tall. He didn't waver from the adversity. He looked it right in his face. But there's some things he's going to have to clean up because there was a point in this game to where he had his team in position off a muff punt. And he took two bad critical sacks. Yes. Those are some of the things that he's going to have to clean up in this game in order for him to take the next step.
And I'm so glad that you brought that up because there's about 11 minutes left in the game. It's a 13-12 game.
Yes.
Denver has the lead, and Denver muffs the punt. And so now Tennessee has the football at the 24-yard line. They came away with 0 points from that because Cam Ward took 2 sacks, one of 16 yards and one of 11 yards, took them out of field goal range, and they wound up having to punt. At that moment, when you were playing on the road at Mile High, which actually is the toughest place to play in September in large part because of the altitude. People aren't used to it, especially at the beginning of the year, but the home team is, right? You could have taken the lead right there. It could have been a 15-13 game, right? Not even a touchdown, just kick it. And now you're putting the pressure on Bo Nix, who did not play well, who made mistakes today. So that was on Cam Ward. And then when they get the ball back with a minute left, when Sean Payton gifts them the ball basically at midfield, Calvin Ridley. But buddy, you are the one top 100 player on that side of the football for this team. So you got to make that catch. And his teammates let him down at that point in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he is one of the pieces in charge of unlocking the talent of Cam Ward. Not what we wanted to see from Ridley there. Maybe not what we wanted to see from Bo Nix throughout this ball game. A couple questionable throws. Sean Payton obviously trusts his quarterback. It looked like maybe the play calling opened up a little bit from what we saw in season #1 for Bo Nix. Pat, I want to come to you first here. How did you assess the play?
I thought the play calling was a little suspect, in my opinion. I felt like they tried to throw a bunch of hideout plays, but they was perfectly covered. You know, both of those interceptions, they was throwing the ball across his body, rolling out left, I believe, trying to throw it back right. Those are just some throws that are very, very low completion rate throws. So I believe the play calling kind of bit Bo Nix in the behind just a little bit to force those interceptions.
And outside of the play calling, I noticed when they sent pressure, Bo seemed to be uncomfortable. He started to really press. Now, you know, Mike Tomlin used to tell us all the time in Pittsburgh, Pat, you know about this. Anytime you put bad tape out there for the NFL world to see, be prepared to see it week in and week out until you make it right. So now if you're going against the Denver Broncos, you saw the pressure that was getting at Bo Nix and how rattled it made him. That's what you're going to see week in and week out until you become better at it. So when you look at some of the A-rate throws, it was because the pressure was there, and he didn't look comfortable like he did last year. You remember what Bo did? He was able to extend plays, make things happen with his legs. We didn't see that. It was almost like he was trying to force himself in the pocket. I don't like that for Bo Nix because your athleticism is a blessing in which you could use to be a better quarterback, a really good quarterback like a year ago. Get out of the pocket and just become a +1 in the running game.
Yeah, this is a Tennessee Titans team that isn't all that talented. And this is a defense that isn't all that good. right? They weren't last year. It was probably going to continue into this year. And so the fact that you have a playoff team in the Denver Broncos, one that obviously this is a team that's led by its defense, but Sean Payton and Bo Nix were cooking with gas for a large part of last season. The fact that they struggled the way that they did, the fact that really it was Cam Ward's teammates that let him down, where we could have been seeing some throws into the end zone to potentially tie this game and maybe go into overtime. A little disappointed in what I saw out of Denver.
If you ever have the option, learn within a win, and that is Bo Nix's day here as the Broncos do take down Cam Ward of the Titans in his NFL debut. Most games without a touchdown. Yes, we keep track. 6 times the Titans have not scored a touchdown, and the first touchdown of the career of Cam Ward. We'll have to wait.